welcome back to the playlist. Hanging out with Parmalee. Song at radio. It's called Already Calling You Mine. Request the heck out of it. We want another big hit for these guys. Hardest working band that is out there. Boy, you guys have been together like that a long time. When you have an album like Feels Like Carolina, do you already have the list of songs that you want released? Is that something that you all kind of get together with the label and decide? Did you know that Already Calling You Mine was going to come out as the next one?
It's on a song-by-song basis. I mean, I think the first single that we put out, it was literally talking with Benny Brown, the owner, and he was like, so which song do you want to put out? And it's kind of like a flip of a coin. Yeah. So we really didn't know until the day of, and we just kind of play it by ear.
Kind of have your feelers out, don't
I think
you?
You know
favorites.
Yeah, your favorites of which songs you feel like could be singles, but I mean, a couple of songs on the record that I thought were going to be singles didn't end up, and I didn't. You just don't know. You just kind of have to see how things go out, pan out. But I think the Already Calling You Mine is great for to help keep us defining our sound and doing what we do. 4-piece band thing.
And that's the thing, too. Like I said, you guys have been around for years. You're releasing independent albums on your own, doing this whole thing, and now, of course, on Stony Creek Records with this album. Fans now have that sound. They know who you guys are. So is it a little bit, now that the spotlight's on you, where you have to go into the studio again, or you're doing some songwriting?
I think it makes it a lot easier.
Does it?
Because once you figure out what people really love about what we do, then it's easier to write for those people and for ourselves. And the good thing is that what they've heard so far is 100% us,
Right.
So it just gets you fired up. You just want to go write more. And before it was like, are people going to like my voice? Are they going to like our sound? And you didn't know, is this going to work? And now that you know people are connecting with it, then you can kind of loosen the reins a little bit and do what you do.
Speaking of loosen the reins, I mean, has the world of songwriting kind of opened up for you guys too? Or are you kind of going, this dude never called me, or you starting, it kind of opens up the playing field a little bit.
Oh, it does. I mean, we've been able to write with all the top writers in Nashville, and people call you that we're getting great songs pitched to us too, which that is a big deal. When we first came in, you didn't get the top songs, and now we're getting some great songs, and we're getting to write with all the great songwriters, and just making opportunities to go out there and write the best song you can. It's just it's exciting. It's really exciting.
And pretty much you guys all write too. I mean, and not always together. It's kind of individual things, but there is the band that lives in the house. But Josh, of course, can't do that because you're married, right? Because your wife would kill you.
Yeah, she made me move out finally.
You were married and she was living in another home. You're like, honey,
that's
time
actually
to leave
true.
the band house, right? Well, because I guess that's where the collaborations happen, right? I mean, you kind of feel like maybe late nights.
Well, we did when we were all living there. It was really cool. We would go down to the basement and just kind of hash it out. But now we have the basement set up as a rehearsal studio, and then the recording studio in there with it. And so we bring writers out to the house, and we can all write together, or however we want to do it. It's a great spot to have here in town that we can go out there and park all of between our vans and trailers and vehicles and cars and all the gear we brought out here. It's just a bunch of stuff out there, so we need a little space.
That's nice to have. And the fact that I said earlier too, now that you're out on this Paisley tour, you're busier than you've probably ever been, and having to balance that. Is that, and Scott, maybe I'll throw that to you as the brother of
last year was the busiest year we've ever had. And this year's looking to be the same, so it's fun. We like to stay busy.
Yeah, but harder, I'm sure, to balance in trying to get this next album done down the road.
Yeah, we're going to have to piece it together song by song. We usually go in track 4, maybe track 5, and just have to do it when you can.
And as far as theme-wise, are we going to kind of see, because I know relationships, big inspiration to you guys, as it is in country music, regardless, but...
I don't know. I don't see a theme coming together. I do know with Feels Like Carolina, we were at a point in our lives where we wanted to have positive songs. And even if it had a negative, like, tenure, it had a positive outcome. So I think we'll kind of keep that going with this next record. And we just go out there and write the best song we can, whatever feels good to you.
Whatever, seeing these guys out live too, and I know you have the Fireball song, which is just hilarious. You have to yell for that one if you have not heard them do it. It is awesome. But of course, you cannot take the stage without the fans yelling for Caroline. You probably don't have to sing the song anymore, do you?
Oh,
They just sing it for you
so
guys?
loud. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's got to be ultimately the best thing as an artist.
It is to know that we had that song before we moved to Nashville. It's the song that kind of was our baby and it helped us get our record deal. It went #1. It was a song we wrote back in the day, 2007.
Wow.
So it's real. That was, I think that song will always define us.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on that success, and of course, continued success. Already Calling You Mine. That is the one at radio. That's the one we want to see at the top spot for another #1 song. Maybe a video down the line. Catch these guys out on the road with Brad Paisley, Parmalee, and let's go ahead and do it. The one that blew it up for you. Here it is, Carolina.
Home is where my heart